Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. I'm back from my holidays and I have bought a few things in Germany. There is a shop called Action, which I believe is a Dutch shop, and I bought 2 paper pads which I absolutely adore. If you are in Germany, I was surprised to find these in the Christmas section and not in the craft section. I only found them when I went in a second time. And what these are paper pads that have got printed cardstock, they've got metallic cardstock, they've got printed vellum with sentiments on them, and they have got these die cuts on the sheets in the back. So they are great for toppers. And I bought this one here, which is a colourful one, and then I bought this one here, which has got gingerbread man and gingerbread houses, and I absolutely adore this one here. I love gingerbread man. And yes, I have got plenty of Christmas cards already for this year, more than I can use myself, but I just enjoy making Christmas cards at the moment, so this is what we're going to do today. And the card we're going to make is called a tri-fold shutter card. I've recently saw that Lou Collin made one on the Craft Stash YouTube channel, I believe. I've seen it lots of times. I know you can get dies to create the whole thing, but if you know me, I like to do it the cheap way. If there is a different way, I like to do that, but I also like a shortcut. And yes, you can create this card base with your trimmer cutting within the cardstock, but I want to really do it the quick way. And I have done a similar card before where I just cut the whole panels, and we're going to do something similar today, and I'll show you what we do. And I think because the look is the same, it just looks a bit different on the back, I think it doesn't matter. For the card base, just because the measurements are easier that way, I'm using a 12 by 12 sheet, and this is from The Works. I only got that this year, so they might still have it available. This is the, does it have a name actually? Let me fold it over. No, it's just called Design Pad. So it's got all these colourful pages here, and I just picked the red and white striped one. And yeah, I've just cut this. Just pop that away. I've just cut the 12 by 12 sheet to 6 inches. So I've got 2 panels here. This one actually, by the way, has got a little thing there from printing, but it doesn't matter because it'll probably be covered anyway. So, and I got my scoreboard out here because we need to do some scoring. And as always, I haven't made this card before. I've just got it in my head, and this should be really easy. So I'm starting basically in the middle because I know that the card base, I want this to be 4 inches wide. This will create a 6 by 4 inch card. So I'm scoring at 4 and I'm scoring at 8. And then I'm scoring these panels into half again. So at 2 and at 10. So basically we're scoring at 2, 4, 8 and 10. And that's all we need. So I'm getting my guillotine out again. If you cut with your trimmer, you do that. And you then need to decide how wide you want these strips to be. There is the option of having them all the same width. So to cut at 2 and 4 inches. Or you could have the middle panel a bit wider, which I think looks a bit more interesting, and it gives you more space to put some toppers on there. So I'm going to cut mine at 1.5 and at 4.5, which leaves me with 2 1.5 inch strips, and the middle one, whatever is left, it's too early for my brain to function. From there to there, I can't do it, my brain can't do it. But anyway, whatever it is then, I'll let you know afterwards. So I quickly do this off camera. So my brain did sort of half work, but I didn't want to say it. So this is 3 inches wide here now. And I've laid these out the way I cut them, because this is sort of continuous pattern. Well, it is continuous because you put them closer. So make sure you don't turn them upside down. One thing I had forgotten when I started is that we need 2 more panels that are 6 inches by 2 inches. And I have cut these from the other piece that was left over, and I've cut them from either end so that, if I'm not mistaken, these should actually match the pattern. No, they don't, because, oh, my brain didn't function there, because it's not the same paper. I should have cut them actually from another sheet that looks the same, because can you see how this one doesn't match? Never mind, I might just actually cut different piece from different cardstock. I'll have a look in a moment, or I might cut them from the paper pad that's got the gingerbread man in it. So if you've got stripes like this and you want them to match, find a second paper that is exactly printed the same way, and then cut them from either end of the panel. This is not wasteful for me. I will use these for a different card, maybe a gatefold card, although they don't match now because I've cut them from either end. I'll have a look. I'll have a think about that. Nothing gets wasted here, really. So what we need to do then is just to fold these. And what we do here, we've got the 2 score lines here. I'm just thinking which way around we need to do that. Yes. This one gets folded. Let me have a little think. Yeah, so I just had to check on my screenshot that I took from the other one. It doesn't really matter which way around you do it, but this one here, the 8-inch one, I'm folding to a mountain. Next one is a valley. Going to burnish them in a moment. And then, see, I've forgotten. I think this one's a mountain and that one's a valley. And this one doesn't want to fold properly either. Make sure when you fold them that they actually line up. By the way, I don't know if you've watched my recent videos, I've been moaning about my scoreboard lately not being exact in the measurements. I've just ordered myself a new one from Craft Stash, so I hope that'll be better. Should theoretically be a good one, but especially with like gatefold cards where you notice whether you've scored correctly. Recently I haven't been very lucky, so I think this is the right way. It looks okay, yeah. So got a mountain, valley there. So the bottom one we fold the same way. I'll quickly do this off camera in a moment. And this one here, we don't fold the first one. Yeah, we just leave the score line there. It'll disappear because we will put another panel over the top. So, and then this one here, where this one is a valley, we need to turn this one into a mountain. So this is the 6-inch score line. Sorry, I'm turning this upside down, but in my head it's easier to do it that way. So 6-inch, the mountain. So this one will be a valley, where this one is a mountain. Again, I need to correct that a little bit. And then this one, the last one, is a mountain, where this one is a valley. If you have pattern that is not continuous, I think you could actually do the folding before you cut the paper and then just turn the middle one upside down, theoretically, but I prefer actually not to fold this one. So I think this is correct. We'll find out. So, and I will quickly do this off camera and just check again that I'm doing this correctly. Well, I worked a little bit off camera and I got a bit interrupted, so I was contemplating whether I should record the whole bit again, because I realised one thing. The big panel here only needs to be scored at 4 and 8 inches. So I will put a disclaimer in, because I think it'll be better to cut the strips first and then score them individually. I also noticed you can have the score lines, they don't really weaken it, but don't fold the last panel as I showed him. And when I say last panel and point here is because I realised I had this way around, which is fine, but the back was upside down, and I'm this sort of person, I would like the back to be right way up. So I always folded these the other way again, which is not a problem. So we've got the mountain, valley here. We've got a mountain there and a valley there, and then the mountain, valley. I hope this is not too confusing. So where I had scored here, well, which was this side before, obviously the paper is a bit weakened. I went in from the back with my bone folder and I pressed the score line down again, which helps it make it disappear a little bit. Obviously we've got a score line anyway, but it sort of I don't want to say strengthens, but it's not a proper fold here anymore. If you want to, and I might do that, I might put a piece of cardstock in the back to strengthen this, but because I will put some toppers here and here, they might disappear anyway, these lines. So as I said, cut them first and then score them individually. That will be definitely the better option. I have cut the panels here for the side from the paper pack that I've got the embellishments from, and also off camera I've taken these off. I just realised I forgot one little bit here, and I've cut the little tabs off, you know, the little things that show. I thought I'd done it anyway. Spot a few more here, and it came out quite nicely actually, and not too many tabs, so they all done. I've just chosen a few. I don't even know whether I've got enough there, and I'm not quite sure about the sentiment yet. So now we need to stick this together. So, and I'm just folding them over. I made sure they're in the right order, but as I said, if you're not too bothered about that, it doesn't matter. So now we'll put some removable adhesive, so something low tack, on the back to keep these in place. Just basically putting them back where they were, so for when I need to put the panels on the front. So I need to press it down properly, align it, and make sure it aligns at the back as well, at the end, sorry, here. Because it's easy to shift, and I think it'll be easier if I stick them down like this, press it all down, and then that's fine. So, and now I can glue these panels here on either end to basically fix the strips together. There we go. And I will quickly do this off camera with my magic glue. You can use tape if you want to, either is fine really. So the panels have dried. I have removed the double-sided adhesive here from the back. At a later date, when I'm writing the card, I will add 2 panels here in the back that I can put my greetings on, but I sometimes like to write my greetings first and then stick them on. So you would need 2 panels here, or maybe just one if you're not bothered about the lines showing here. 2 inches by 6 inches, same as we have got on the front. Or you could, if you didn't want to put a greeting on the back, you could cut same cardstock here again, or even a different cardstock, maybe something thin, if you're bothered about the lines showing in the back, but I don't mind that actually, but it's nice to have a space for a greeting. So, and when you've done that, basically the card folds like this. So, and I think this is really, really cool. So all I need to do now is to embellish it. And the idea is to have embellishments here and here that go over these two panels, and this is why I said I will strengthen the score line I had here originally. So I have chosen this tag here that can go here, and then this gingerbread house can go here. Obviously, because I put these panels on here, I've got a different height here. I don't mind that. If you do, especially when you've got thinner paper, you can always cut a backing to this to have it on the same height. Or you could actually, especially on the front piece here, put this on foam pads and have a bit of dimension. I might do that. I'll have a think about that, and then it wouldn't matter too much. You could have dimension here as well, but when you close it, just be aware it won't fold completely flat then. But you could have like thin foam pads really. The only important thing you need to know is on these strips, you need to stay within the strips because you don't want anything to interfere where you've got the cuts. And then the world is your oyster. As I said, it is really easy to make as long as you do it the right way, not like I did it. So cut the strips first, then score. And then, yeah, I was thinking about putting these, the little train down here, and I think it just fits. No, some of them don't. I'll have a little play off camera. And the other thing I thought I might do on these candy cane things and some embellishments to put some glossy accents there, or maybe even some stickers, which I think are really good, and because they will take some time to dry, I will do this all off camera and then just come back and show you the finished card. So it's about 7 hours later. My glossy accents and my stickers have dried really nicely, and when I open the card, this looks like this. Trying to zoom in a little bit without losing too much. So I have added as many pieces as I could. I put the train here at the bottom. This one here I cut down a little bit so it wouldn't interfere with the cut here, and as planned I put the tag on here and the house on there. Having said that though, I moved the tag a little bit higher up because I had some glue residue there, but it doesn't matter because you can put even a bigger topper here, so it doesn't really matter. So I put a little bow on here which I stuck down with red tape. I just put a little bit behind the two pieces here and a little bit behind the bow there, nothing behind the knot there, but I didn't really need that. And I love the shine of the glossy accents there and of the stickers. I basically put the stickers everywhere where I had snow, and the glossy accents everywhere where I had the candy cane sweets. And I think this is a really, really lovely card. I put a few dots of the red stickers there just to have a little something there. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this card. I'm even contemplating keeping it for myself and just using it as decorations for Christmas. But yeah, if you like this card too, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of what I'm creating, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that. And I'll see you soon with another video.